guys, welcome to another Pokemon XY Wi-Fi battle. So this is a themed team based on April Fool's Day, and the way I pretty much worked it out is all my Pokemon have the ability Prankster. So I think it's a very suited ability for April Fool's Day because April Fool's Day is all about pranking. So this is a full Prankster team, and he's actually led off with a Yveltal, and I've actually got my Sableye, who's obviously got Prankster. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to attempt to burn this Yveltal. So luckily the Will-O-Wisp actually connects, and I do manage to burn it. So he's actually going to go for a Taunt, but it's a little too late because of the Prankster ability. So if you guys don't know what Prankster does, Prankster basically lets any status move always go first. So it gives a priority to status move. What I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to go straight for the knockoff. So he's actually going to go for a Hurricane and land it, and that does a ton of damage, and I also get confused unfortunately. So I managed to break through the confusion and go for a knockoff, and I knock off his item. So he's got a Big Root. So basically when he's got a Big Root that's teamed up with, I would say, Oblivion Wing. So that'll give a bit of extra healing when he uses Oblivion Wing. So at this point, because I'm confused, I'm pretty much going to switch out into my Liepard. So here comes out my Liepard, and he's going to go for another Hurricane and actually land it again. So it's very unfortunate, and that's definitely going to take out my Liepard because Liepard is pretty fragile Pokemon. Luckily the burn damage is doing some great residual damage. So at this point what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to send out my Thundurus. So I'm going to go straight for the Nasty Plot. So Nasty Plot is affected by Prankster. So he's going to go for the Taunt again, but it's obviously too late because Prankster, as I said, gives priority for status moves. And I'm going to go straight for the Thunderbolt here. So my Thundurus is carrying the Focus Sash. So I'm curious to see what a +2 Thunderbolt will do to a Deanty. And he actually manages to take it out. So he's going to send out his Kyurem now. And I am carrying the Hidden Power, but I don't know what Hidden Power it is, so I'm going to go ahead and find out. So it's a neutral damage. I'm thinking maybe it's the Hidden Power Ice. So he's actually going to go for a Scary Face, and my speed is going to greatly fall, so that's going to be a problem. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt now. I'm thinking a Stab Thunderbolt should do more damage than a Hidden Power. So at this point I'm actually going to withdraw because I do want to save my Thundurus. And I'm going to go straight into my Whimsicott because if he goes for another Dragon Claw, my Whimsicott is going to be immune to it. I'm really hoping he doesn't go for a Ice Beam or something. So there's the Dragon Pulse, and I knew he was going to do that. At this point I'm actually going to go for a Encore and lock him into that. So Encore is going to lock him into Dragon Pulse for 3 turns. And at this point I'm pretty much just going to go for a Substitute. And he's going to keep going for a Dragon Pulse. I don't know why. He should probably switch out, but I guess at that point his Kyurem is pretty much dead, so he just probably wants to get rid of it. So here comes Reshiram. And at this point, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attempt, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna actually attempt to stall out the Reshiram. So there's the Leech Seed. So luckily my Whimsicott also carries a big root. So what that does, it actually increases the recovery amount I get from Leech Seed. So as I said, I'm actually going to attempt to store one of the strongest fire type Pokemon. I'm just going to keep going for the substitute. And that's what I was waiting for. I was actually waiting for a miss because Blue Flare, I think, has either a 85 or 90% accuracy. So that was the moment I was waiting for. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Stun Spore now. So he's almost down to half HP, and what I'm going to do, I am going to actually lock him into the Blue Flare. So he actually breaks through the Para and lands the Blue Flare, but that's perfectly fine. So he's under half, he's about 45% HP now. And I know this is probably a very, very unfair move, but I am versing legendaries, so I do what I have to do when it comes to legendary spammers. So I really don't have any attacking moves, so I'm just going to click Stun Spore again, even though he's already parried because I don't have anything else. So here's the Blue Flare. So Encore entered, I'm going to actually go for the substitute again. So he's pretty much got about 1 HP. And I'm going to lock him up into Encore because I think Blue Flare only has 8 PP. So there we are, Whimsicott took down a fire Pokemon, and not only just a fire Pokemon, a fire legendary, and I'm still at full HP. So at this point, he's actually going to send out, I don't know what that is, so it's his Gardevoir. And I'm probably going to go straight for the Stun Spore now, see if I can land it just to get the power. Turns out he's a Mega Gardevoir. They can be very threatening. They've got extremely high special defense and special attack. And on top of that, their speed increases. But now that I've parried it, I've actually cut the speed in half. So let's see what she does. So she's actually going to go for her own Thunder Wave. I probably should have subbed, but to be honest, I mean, parry doesn't really matter because I do have Prankster and I still go first with status moves. So there's the Leech Seed. So I'm actually going to withdraw now, and I'm going to send out my Illuminize. So unfortunately she doesn't get fully powered. She's able to hit me with a Moonblast. So the move set for this Pokemon I have, because it obviously has Prankster as well, is Thunder Wave. It's got Struggle Bug as well, just to lower the special attack. It has Wish and Encore. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to hit her with a Struggle Bug just to lower the special attack. So I'm going to go for another Struggle Bug now. So let's go for another Struggle Bug. I do land the crit, very lucky crit. And she's actually going to go for a Thunder Wave, but that actually works out perfect for me because I'm going to get some recovery from the leftovers and the Leech Seed. So that should be able to pretty much put me in a range of HP where I can easily survive the next Moonblast because of the -2 in special attack. So at this point, what I'm going to go for, I'm going to go for a Wish. Hopefully I don't get parried. I do break through the para and go for the Wish. And I'm going to pretty much go for a Encore. So I break through the para again, go for the Encore, and I'm going to lock her into Moonblast. And I do manage to survive, and there's the Wish. So she's pretty much screwed now. There's nothing much her Gardevoir can do. Alright, so here comes the Zekrom. I can't Thunder Wave it because it's obviously an electric type Pokemon. So what I plan to do now, I'm actually going to go for a Wish, just to see what move it decides to do. So it's going to go for a Bolt Strike, and I'm very fortunate that misses. So what I'll do now, I'm actually going to go for the Encore. So I'm going to lock Zekrom into the Bolt Strike. So I somehow lived that. I know I'm actually invested in defense, so that's probably the reason I survived that. But at this point, there's really nothing I can do because Thunder Wave doesn't work. I can go for Struggle Bugs, but I don't think it's a great idea. So I'm going to switch out into my Whimsicott because I locked him into Bolt Strike, and Whimsicott can live a electrical attack. And he actually doesn't, so I was very surprised there. That was a very unfortunate crit. If it wasn't for the crit, I definitely would have survived that. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send out my Sableye again. I'm going to try to burn it, just so I can cut his attack in half. So fingers crossed, go for the Will-O-Wisp, and it does land. So Zekrom has been crippled severely. So I had to sacrifice Sableye there, but I got pretty much the result I wanted. I did get off that burn. So I'm very comfortable to send in whatever Pokemon I want. The Encore did end, but that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to send in my Mega. So this is the Mega on my team, the Banette. And Banette doesn't have Prankster until he actually Mega Evolves. So I am going to Mega Evolve and go straight for the Phantom Force. So it turns out it's actually a mixed set Zekrom. So now that it's burned, he actually went for a special attack. So pretty smart, but I think it's a little too late now. And Zekrom is the last Pokemon. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go for a Prankster Destiny Bond. So take each other out. If the Thunder lands, of course, he might miss. So he does manage to land it. It's going to take my Mega Banette out, but that's perfectly fine because I'm going to go ahead and take out his Zekrom as well. And that's the match, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my April Fool's theme team. I did want to pretty much show you guys what I can do with the Prankster ability.